Hi guys, back with me again, Irwan, and today is the 21st of June, which means Father's Day, yep. And in the same day, today, I also want to start my photography tutorial. I decided to do light painting to get interest, because it seems really fun to do it, and the result is really cool. Sometimes people were like amazed by the result. So yeah, I will definitely guide you through it. And the idea of this video is to combine the Father's Day and light painting. So I'm making this video for my dad because I want to say thank you, Dad, for everything, and basically for you guys. Hope you guys like it, and if you guys want to do it, yeah, feel free to do it, and don't forget to share and subscribe. So actually in this video I will use my phone and these features as the light source, so everyone can just do it, because everyone nowadays have this iPhone or any types of source, light source So yep, shall we begin? Let's go. Yep, so step 1, list everything that you need. So for this one, basically what you need is just a proper camera. In this case I'm using my camera Nikon D7000, and my lens I'm using Sigma 10-20 3.5, and of course iPhone. You can if you don't have this iPhone, you can choose anything that give light basically. But in this session I will use an extra flash gun. In this case I'm using SB900 Nikon to give an extra kick at the end. I will show you what's the function of this, but even if you guys do not have this one, don't worry, because it will not affect that much. It will still give you a really cool light painting result. So step 2, what you need to know is that you've got to know the range of your lens. So in this case I've checked that you can still see my hand, you can still see me. So I'm using a wide lens because my room is really small, and wide lens really helps. So what you got to do is know the range, that you've got the space. So if you write it, you know which words goes where. So in this case I think what we'll do is write Happy Father's Day. So at the end you've got a really decent like framing. But if you miss this one, it's not a big deal, because at the end you'll just go to Photoshop and crop it. So don't worry too much. Step 3. In this case I'm still having a really bright room, but when we start the photo shoot itself, I will just turn the light off, because we need a really dark room so that this light source, you can see it and it will affect the camera. So okay, before we start the real photo shoot, I will just simply explain how it works. So what we have is I will set my camera to have really slow capture speed. So what I will do is I will set the camera to shoot really slow, I think like 30 seconds, and so it opens for 30 seconds. It will absorb or receive all the light sources in the frame. So because I've only got 30 seconds, so I will try to write happy and then take another photo Father's and another photo day, because in that way we can get a better result. So I think it's better for us to begin. Oh, there's one more thing. I think I forgot to tell you the tricks though. So firstly, what you can just simply do, if you got your iPhone, you can just simply do this. Open this part and turn on the torch light. The trick is, if you write happy, some people don't understand, they just say happy, and at the end we just give you a really messy drawing, because you cannot really see the difference between H and A, and A to P, and so on. So the trick is that once you write a word like H, for example, so H, close, open, close, open, close. If you see it, you will get a decent H instead of this, because you'll get a different result. I will show you in pictures in a moment, like this. So at the same time I put my GoPro next to the camera so you can see what I'm doing and follow them. So let's start to do it. So actually, I forget to tell you guys, it's better to set the camera if you're on Euro like me. Try to set a camera on self-timer mode, so you can just press the button and it will wait like 3 to 5 seconds, and then it captures the photo. So you've got time to move backwards. So let's start now. Yep, I've just done the first 3 shots, which consists of Happy Father's Day. At this stage, all of you can just do it, but for those who have this flash gun or ends up with flashes, you can do this next thing. So what I will do is just set the camera in the same setting, but set your flash to one of the highest power. Let's say, in this case, I'm using half. So what I will do is that once this shot is open, I will just trigger this one by using this red button, which is like flash instantly. So if that one open and you just flash it instantly, they will just capture that moment when you're in the frame. So I will just do that, and then we can edit it and combine all of those photos together. We'll see how it goes. Now we are ready to go for the edit. Yep, so this is my laptop. So firstly, what we can just simply do, normally just put it in the computer and see in the Finder. TCMM should be my last few shots. Just put all of them in one folder. I name it Father's Day. Let's just see it. So these are the shot that I've got. All of this. So it needs a bit, you've got to try it 1 or 2 times to do all of this. But at the end, you can get what you want. See, like happy. And as you guys see this one, you realize that no, it doesn't read happy because it's on the other way around. That's the idea. Because when you shoot it and you think like, okay, should I flip it the other way around? It will not give you the best result, because you've got to think twice, like, okay, how do I flip P, how do I flip Y? So what I usually do is just write it as like a normal way, and then in Photoshop you just flip it around. In that way you can get the correct one. So we get happy, and then Father's Day, and add the smiley face on this side. And also, remember when I add another flashes at the end, it will give you this type of photos. These photos is just simply taken with 1 shot. See, I've got 3, there are 3 faces on me. There's another one. So I think I will use this one. Yep, so what we can do is that start with this photos, because this is the main, I will use this one as the main background. So let's just, I'm shooting all of this with JPEG because that's the easiest way. I mean, if you shoot, something complicated, you can use RAW, but for this tutorial, I would just use JPEG. Right, so we've got our first background there, and then secondly, just open the other 3 files. So the day. Then the fathers. This is the final happy that I will use. Open with Photoshop. Everything that I teach you guys is really basic skills. So if you guys know more than this, that would be great. So what I usually do is just duplicate the background layer and then click that new layer, and then in MacBook we use Command T. I will just simply flip it. Like that. And also for the other two. The shortcut to copy the layer is just Command J, which will give you this. And then the same thing. Flip it around. So after you flip all of the other two, now you have 3 different files which has Happy Father's Day with a smile on it. So what you can do now is just bring the happy there to the first layer, which is the background. Try to fit it there, and just simply use this one. I think screen will do. Yep, see? It will just take out the black and you have happy there. You can just move it anywhere you want. In this case, I'll just put it in the exact place where I put it in the first place. Then bring fathers to that side. And also do the same thing. Screen. Get the fathers. Now bring the day. So do the same thing. Put the screen there. So at this stage you cannot really read what is that. So but after a bit of editing, you can just play with the brightness and the contrast of the background itself. So I'm so happy it's there. I'll just put the date a bit up there. Right. So what I usually do before I do anything with the background, I will just copy it, and I will edit the copy instead of the real layer. So I think in this photo it looks like it's a bit blue, so I will just play with the color balance. Give it a bit of red. Yep. A bit of green. Maybe too much. Yep, that's the way I like it. And for the shadow, I think it of a bit of red. Yellow. Bit more on the red. So you see the difference, yeah? Now we can see a bit clearer now. And I think the simplest thing to do is just use this burn tool. Adjust the size of the brush. And most of the time I use 0% hardness because I do not really want to see the, which area do I apply the brush on. So I just use hardness to 0% and exposure to 13%. I start with the edges. Goes to the middle. And I think the problem here is the E. As you can see here, the E is a bit, you can't really see this E. So what I will do is that focus on the background to darken this side of the background, which is this one. Yep. I think you can see it a bit clearer now. And at the same time, if you use the burn tool, you can make yourself, to appear like more light than that, just a shadow there. Like that. So this is the original photo
you add the copy, which you use the burn tool, you get this effect. Put the color balance to make it like, you know, a bit dark red. Put the happy there, Father's Day. Just put it down there. Let me try to readjust it again. Yep. So at the end we got this photo. I'm not really sure why do we have this kind of like edges out of the frame, or I think this one is as the effect of the flash. I think so. Let me just check on the original file. Yeah, it is, because on the original files we have in this kind of thing. So I think because the speed of the flash that I use is a bit different with the shutter speed. So, but it's not, you know, don't worry about it, because at the end you got this type of picture which is really cool. So you can just, you know, use this technique or skills to any event. But in this case, I want to dedicate this video for my dad, for my fathers. So that should be the end of this tutorial, guys. So if you guys like it, please press the thumbs up button and subscribe. And don't forget to share it. Right, I'll see you guys in the next videos. Bye bye!